Hello there, and welcome to the Checkback Testing Advanced Theory training video. This video covers in detail how Checkback works and explains the various Checkback settings. This training will cover the Checkback testing features supported by TC10B, UCBS, UPLC, and UPLC-II. For the remainder of this video, I will say UPLC, but this includes all of the products unless otherwise noted. The previously released Checkback Basic Theory video provides a general understanding of how Checkback works. However, the Checkback test is a little more complex. There are various features that can be enabled or disabled that affect operation. To show you how these features work, we will walk through a Checkback flowchart. For each remote on the line and for each power level, if low power testing enabled, the following is performed. The master initiates a test addressed to a remote. If it passes, it logs this test passed for the specific remote in the SOE. Then it goes to the next test or remote until all tests are run for all remotes. If it fails, and if retries are enabled, it will repeat this test 1 to 5 times. The reason we provide retries is in the case of noise interference caused by such events as thunderstorms. In general, 2 retries and fallback to time will provide very good security against noise bursts creating false checkback failures. If it passes a retry, this test passes. If it fails all the retries and you're using coded mode, then we have the fallback to time test. If enabled, it will run one time mode test. If the coded tests were failing due to noise, then the time test, being less susceptible to noise, may get through. If this passes, then no checkback alarms occur and the checkback test is successful. If this is a low-level test, then we will wait until high-power tests are completed. If the high-power test passes, we set the minor checkback alarm, shown here on the UPLC front panel. If this is a high-level test and it fails, we set the major checkback alarm, shown here on the UPLC front panel. If fallback is not enabled, then the appropriate alarm outputs would be set after all retries. If a major alarm is set, we check to see if recovery mode is enabled. If not, then the test pass ends. The optional recovery mode is a way to recover more quickly from a failed checkback test resulting in a major alarm. Recovery is not activated for checkback minor alarms. The checkback test may fail when a transmission line is temporarily out of service, for instance if there's no logic to disable testing while a breaker is open. It may also fail due to a noise burst from arcing, lightning, or if some other checkback tests are being done simultaneously on the line. If enabled, the recovery mode output is set, and a checkback major and recovery alarm will be displayed on the front panel display. Then the master UPLC will start initiating low power tests. These tests will be repeated based on the recovery period setting until the master passes 3 consecutive checkback tests. For example, if you have a 20-minute recovery period programmed, a low-power checkback test will be initiated from the master every 20 minutes until 3 consecutive checkback tests pass. On the first successful test, the major checkback alarm will be cleared, shown here on the front display. Once 3 consecutive checkback tests pass, then the master UPLC will clear the recovery alarm, revert to normal checkback operation, and it will pulse the checkback recovered output for 1 second. If this condition is not met before the recovery window expires, then the delayed alarm will also be set, shown here on the UPLC front display. The UPLC will remain in recovery until passing 3 consecutive checkback tests. So this means that until this occurs, the master UPLC will initiate a low-power checkback test based on the recovery period setting. This could mean, for example, if you had a 20-minute recovery period and a line that was compromised and not passing checkback, that a checkback test would occur every 20 minutes until cleared. Also, any checkback failures will restart recovery and re-alarm checkback major. So if you pass 2 checkback tests and on the next test fail, recovery would be restarted and you would need to pass 3 more consecutive tests. If the checkback delayed alarm was previously set, it will remain set. If testing or commissioning the checkback system or wanting to clear a nuisance alarm, the recovery and major and minor alarms may be cleared from the front panel under the test menu. By pressing the test button, scrolling down, and activating the Reset Checkback alarms and Reset Checkback Recovery. Once reset, the checkback alarms will be cleared on the display as well as any programmed outputs. Or you can do this remotely by logging into the UPLC via the web page, selecting Checkback, and then selecting Clear Module. You can clear the alarms and recovery mode. Then refresh the status, and you'll notice that the alarms are cleared and the UPLC is no longer in recovery mode. Recovery mode only uses low power tests, even if you do not program low power tests in the settings. If your system has issues passing low power tests at the default 1 watt, do not use recovery mode unless you set the low power level to a higher level that works reliably. You can also just set the high and low levels to both 10 watts in extreme cases. For automatic recovery mode to work, the auto test must be enabled. Otherwise, the master will not initiate automatic checkback tests during the recovery. If off, recovery checkbacks would have to be initiated from an external input, and there will still need to be 3 consecutive passed checkback tests to clear recovery. Also, only the master UPLC will automatically generate checkback tests during the recovery mode. Remote UPLC have auto tests disabled if they are in recovery mode to prevent them from interfering while the master is sending the sped up low power tests. Since auto tests are disabled, there is a possibility that this alarm cannot be cleared without having to manually initiate 3 checkback tests or clear the alarms at the remotes. Therefore, we recommend only having the master UPLC program for recovery and leaving the recovery feature disabled for all the remotes. For coded mode, this checkback flowchart is normally only done once per remote and initiated by the master. For timed mode, every UPLC in the system would need to execute this checkback flowchart, as alarms are only generated by the initiating end. For a 3-terminal line, this whole sequence would need to be repeated for remote 1 and remote 2 at their unique test times, as described in the checkback theory video previously released. That is it for this training session. I hope you found this session informative. If you have any questions regarding Powerline Carrier, please contact us at the following phone numbers or emails. The sales email may be used to contact AMETEK for quotes or ordering new equipment. The repair email may be used to contact AMETEK for repair of existing equipment, and the applications email may be used to contact AMETEK concerning product setup or Powerline Carrier system applications. Also, please make sure you can receive emails from pi.marketing@ametek.com if you want to receive the latest news concerning AMETEK Powerline Carrier products, product advisory letters, and conferences. You may also go to our website for further Powerline Carrier products information such as PDFs of product manuals, product advisory letters, and firmware downloads.